Welcome back, Wolfpack. Vrol's here with a battle from Tom for our first Fan Fridays this week, and it's going to be just a battle spot singles. And the opponent has Klefki, but there's a Dragonite, an Arcanine, Metagross. We're going to see where this battle ends up going, and that's going to be the Dragonite lead into Klefki. I think Klefki going to be a really interesting Pokemon against Dragonite, because yeah, Dragonite's going to switch out, doesn't want to get statused early. If it had Lumberry, still can't really do much to the Klefki. I mean, like, if it had Dragon Dance and Earthquake, maybe. But Klefki actually just has the Dazzling Gleam, so offensive Klefki to lead. Interesting. Then goes into the Thunder Wave. That's the Thunder Wave we were looking for. So I don't think Klefki would have too much pressure with that Dazzling Gleam. And Metagross gets paralyzed on that first turn, and then that's going to be the switch out into Klefki right there. So now Azumarill comes in. We're going to see what Azumarill does. Metagross gets paralyzed again. And that's kind of... Was that 3 paralysis in a row? Because I got paralyzed on turn switched out, then paralyzed on this superpower turn right here. So that's going to be superpower, making the Pokemon really squishy, and then Azumarill switching out. So it came in either to play around with the paralysis or just eat like some kind of move. And... That's 4 times in a row. Yeah, that's when you switch out your Metagross and just assume that either the battle is over or it's not worth keeping that Pokemon in. Alright, so what are the odds of that? It's 1 in 4 to the 4th. My goodness, that's some unfortunate circumstance right there. Thunder from the Galvantula going to be pretty huge. Arcanine just going to get that extreme speed in there for a huge amount of damage on that critical hit. But then the back-to-back Thunder going to do it. However, Compound Eyes, not the worst thing, because, you know, it makes it to where Thunder at least has a decent chance of landing at this point. So 2-shotting the Arcanine right there, and that's going to be Metagross coming back in. Can we go 5 for 5, people? No, we don't. Alright, so that's going to be the Bullet Punch. Enough damage to finish off the Galvantula. But that's still going to be some problems, because Klefki can tear it up, and Azumarill already in it to win it. We know Azumarill is just going to use, like, Superpower, so that's going to be the Bullet Punch onto Azumarill for, wow, critical hit, not even half. But Waterfall onto Metagross, that's not going to do enough, is it? No, it will not. So Azumarill, Waterfall into Aqua Jet, playing it safe with the Superpower, so doesn't really matter in the end. Yeah, he still has the outspeed priority with that Thunder Wave. And now Dragonite comes in. Now, Dragonite is a really interesting matchup because of Thunder Punch right there. But say, if this Dragonite is holding on to Thunder Punch, it might be able to swing the battle back into its favor. So now we're going to see how the Dragonite Klefki matchup goes in. My ideal thought for a Dragonite is honestly that's Klefki Thunder Waving the Dragonite. But my idea is Dragon Dance, Earthquake, Dragon Claw, and Thunder Punch. That way you deal with a lot of common threats, and while you do give up the extreme speed, which is huge, I will admit that, like, it's a lot of damage, and especially if you're getting all the boosting onto a Dragonite, it does mean that less things are going to be able to stop you. So Dazzling Gleam, going to break that multi-scale, but Weakness Policy, going to activate that. So that's +3 on the Dragonite right there. And Dragonite going to use Thunder Punch. Once again, +3 is not going to be enough for the one-shot, but then Dragonite going for the extreme speed to finish off the Klefki. But wow, like, what do I do with this battle? Because in the end, it wasn't that much of a battle. Like, Dragonite came in and cleaned up pretty hard, so that was pretty solid right there. Also, the Arcanine Extreme Speed crit into the Bullet Punch was really nice, and then Dragonite goes for the sweep, but 4 paralysis in a row, that has to be, like, the worst feeling ever. At least he still got the win. Like, if you lose because of that, what do you even say? It's like, wow, you can't say anything about that game requiring skill whatsoever. So, just an interesting occurrence on the battle spot. I'll just post it up as an intro into Fan Fridays. But yeah, with Dragonite, you know, you can run the extreme speed. It's pretty necessary in a lot of situations, because if you have to deal with Ice Shard or even Aqua Jet or Brave Bird, it is nice to have that extra amount of damage onto it. But with the Thunder Punch, Earthquake, and Dragon Claw, you can pretty much deal with anything, and that's really nice to think about. If you guys enjoyed this video, that's our first Fan Fridays, and we have more coming up for the rest of the week.